Welcome again to the Old Principal. I am the Old Principal, 我就是老校长, and we've come to another English instructional program. Now, today we're going to talk about sometimes I hate chocolate. 有时候我很讨厌chocolate or 厌烦. But before we do, and this, by the way, is my own story. Before we do, let's let Mrs. Ash read the story first, and then we will come right back.
Number 20. Sometimes I hate chocolate. I used to love chocolate. You could say I had a passionate love for chocolate, but nowadays I don't eat much, actually almost none. Can you guess why? Well, I learned that chocolate was not good for my health. Furthermore, my wife hates chocolate. Actually, I am glad my wife hates chocolate because over the years she has taught me to be more careful about what I eat. But change comes slow. Nearly 30 years ago, while I was learning to gain control over my passion for chocolate, I had an interesting experience. At that time in my life, I did a lot of traveling. My wife was not around to tell me what to eat and what not to eat. Nevertheless, I was very careful. That is, I was careful until one day I just had a strong desire to eat some chocolate. I yielded to the temptation and bought 3 little bags of M&M chocolate-covered peanuts. It was a lame excuse, but I said to myself, "Oh, peanuts are good for a person's health. A little chocolate won't hurt." As I walked along, I popped the M&Ms in my mouth. Guess what happened? By the time I had opened the 3rd bag, my passion for chocolate was waning. In fact, I couldn't finish all the M&Ms in that bag. My passion for chocolate died. And can you imagine this? I actually threw the rest of the chocolate candy away. Here's what I learned. Our passions for chocolate, things, or people are often self-centered. In other words, I love because I like to receive the benefits. When I get tired and bored of chocolate or a person, then I desire a change. So I have learned that the motivations for what I do must be based on sound reason, not selfish desire. When I have good reasons for my behavior, then I will not yield so easily to fickle desires.
Welcome back. I used to love chocolate. Just that one sentence is a whole long story. And the story I can only tell a little tiny bit today. Because when it says I used to love chocolate, it means 我曾经喜欢巧克力. But if you just stop there and you don't look at anything else, it means now you don't. So we'll have to see what it is. You could say I had a passionate love for chocolate. 我狂热地爱上巧克力。吃巧克力. Okay, passionate love. You could say 喜爱, but 喜爱 is not enough. Passion is 一种狂热. Okay, and I love chocolate. But nowadays, I don't eat much. In fact, actually, I don't almost eat none at all. Almost none. nowadays, 现在, okay, I almost don't eat any at all. None. Zero. Now, the question is, if you used to love chocolate, how did you change from not loving chocolate to, well, let's see. Do I say I hate chocolate? Yeah, I don't really hate chocolate. It's just that I don't like it very much. And so I almost never eat it now. How did that change happen? Well, let's go on with this story. Can you guess why? Well, first thing is I learned that chocolate was not good for my health. 对我的健康不是很好. Okay. It has some caffeine in it, caffeine. It also has 太甜啊, 等等啊. Furthermore, my wife hates chocolate. 我的妻子很讨厌巧克力. So, you know, we never get chocolate in our house. Never. It just won't happen. Now, let's go on. Actually, I am sort of glad that my wife hates chocolate because over the years, she has taught me to be more careful on what I eat. And that's the good news. No, to begin with, I said, you don't like chocolate? I mean, I like chocolate. And you don't like chocolate? I didn't ask her before we got married. After many years of marriage, over the years, 经过很多年, she has taught me, 是教我呢, to be more careful, 更加小心. 我要吃的是什么? 我要吃什么? Now, I must admit that most people, well, many people, they eat anything. But that's not probably so good. In fact, I know it's not so good. We ought to be a little more particular. Particular? 要讲究一些. Particular. Going on. But change comes slow. Now, what does that mean? When I say change comes slow, that means 这个变化是慢慢来的. It's not just, oh, today I love chocolate, tomorrow I hate chocolate. No. It doesn't usually work that way. Okay, going on. Nearly 30 years ago, while I was learning to gain control over my passion for chocolate, okay? 30 years ago, we're talking about 30 years. 我正在学习怎么样克服 gain control. 克服我狂热于巧克力的习惯, okay? 30 years ago, when I was learning to gain control, 学习克服, okay, control, over my passion, okay, 狂热, what? For chocolate, I had an interesting experience. 我有一个很有意思的一个经验. So I'm going to tell you my interesting experience. Well, it was interesting to me. You may think it's funny. But anyway, here it is. At that time in my life, I did a lot of traveling. Okay. 这段时间 那段时间, at that time in my life, I did a lot of traveling, which simply means 我是经常出差 traveling. Well, of course, 旅行 is travel, to do travel, but for business reasons, you say 出差 is traveling, okay? My wife was not around. Of course, when I am traveling, my wife was not around, 不在我的身旁. She was not there to tell me what to eat and what not to eat. Okay. Because she is a very particular person. She wants me to live to be 100 years old. Well, I don't know if I'll live to be 100 years old, but we're already at almost 70 and still pretty good. So she was not around. To be not around means 不在身旁,不在我的旁边, okay, or in the area, to tell me what to eat and what not to, 你要吃什么,不要吃什么. So, nevertheless, I was very careful. 虽然是这样说了, I was pretty careful. Well, we'd been married for quite a few years already, so I already had learned to be careful. 我已经算是蛮讲究. Even then, I was very careful, 很小心. That is, 但 I was careful until one day, 很小心, 但有一天 I just had a strong desire to eat some chocolate. 是一种食欲, 一种 I wanted to eat some chocolate. 想要吃这个巧克力. I mean, it was a strong desire. It gripped me, and I felt I must eat some chocolate. Going on. I yielded to the temptation. 这个 temptation 诱惑 okay, 我就让这个诱惑就控制我. And I bought 3 little bags of M&M chocolate covered peanuts. So I just went out and I asked my secretary to get us some M&Ms. Man, she got the big bags. 这个好像是比较大的袋子. I bought little bags. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was about like this. But it was, and I bought 3. 这个是巧克力, okay? And they are chocolate covered peanuts. So, well, we can take that off. Okay, so can you see that? Ta-da! This is chocolate covered peanuts. That means that there's a peanut, 有花生米, okay? And 这个外面的一层是巧克力, okay? Chocolate covered peanuts. You like that? Well, 30 years ago, on that day, I just had to have some chocolate. Now, going on. It was a lame excuse, but I said to myself, when I say lame excuse, that means my excuse, 我的借口, well, we say lame excuse. Do you know what lame means? Maybe we'll set that down there for a minute. Lame is 缺腿的. I mean, usually it's if I'm lame, 是有一点缺腿的. Okay? excuse 是借口 but a lame excuse means a 不好的借口 okay I know that it was a bad excuse okay but I said 我还是我对自己说了 peanuts are good for one's health peanuts are good for one's health 那事实上这个花生米是也不错这个营养价值有了 okay a little chocolate won't hurt 有小小的巧克力 it won't hurt you will it so bad excuse lame excuse but I said peanuts are good for your health 对健康好了 a little chocolate 不会害你到什么地步啊 so going on as I walked along I popped M&Ms in my mouth 啾啾把这个一粒the M&Ms threw it in my mouth and I was just walking along and 你猜猜看发生什么事 going on by the time I had opened the third bag 已经吃完两个 now I'm eating the third one I discovered something my passion for chocolate was waning 我对这个巧克力对这个狂热的看法 it was waning it was getting less and less in fact I could not finish 没办法吃完第三袋 I couldn't finish all of the M&Ms inside going on my passion for chocolate died 我对这个巧克力那一天我对巧克力的这种狂热与的这个食欲 desire it died it was dead and can you imagine this 能不能够这个想象得到 I actually threw the rest of them away 我就把这个巧克力完全扔掉 I threw it away no more going on here is what I learned from this experience you know you always learn something everything you do there was once an author I think he's still alive in his book he says let life be your teacher 让人生做你的师傅做你的老师 So here's what I learned from that experience. Our passions for chocolate, things, or people are often self-centered. I need to spend a little bit of time on this. When we are passionate 狂热于任何一个东西 things 人好像是爱上人or chocolate. All of these things are self-centered. 都是以自我为中心。So, when you have this passion for anything, they are often 经常是 self-centered. Self-centered 是以这个自我为中心的狂热。Now, that's so far, that's what I learned. Go ahead. In other words, 换一句话说 I love because I want to receive the benefits to myself. I love because I want to receive the benefits, 这个好处 for myself, for me. 我要得到这个益处。It's selfish, it's self-centered, but I want to receive it for myself. Now, when I get tired or bored of chocolate or a person, then I desire a change. When I get tired, okay, in this case, tired of 吃腻 or bored, 厌倦, both of them very similar. To get tired of something or bored of something, about something, 厌倦也可以这个或者吃 in this case chocolate or a person. When I get tired of these people, you know, it's very boring. I mean, the excitement, 激动的时刻已经过了 and life is boring. It's at this moment that I want to have a change. 我要一个变化。Now, maybe I come back and I spend a little bit more time on this. So when I get tired or bored of chocolate, bored of usually is 无聊，我对这个chocolate 觉得很无聊太有厌倦，讨厌的。Okay? Then going on, so I have learned that the motivations for what I do must be based on good reasons, not 自私的欲望 selfish desires. Let's go over that one more time. I have learned that the motivations for the things I do, 我行为的这个动机啊 why I do what I do, okay, these must be based on 要建立在 sound reason. That means you have to think it through. Sound, in this case, means good reasoning. 好好的思想 and not selfish desire. 这个自私的欲望 Now, you need to be logical. 你要用逻辑啊 logic and think these things through. You need to be rational. You need to think rational meaning think. Okay, going on. When I have good reasons for my behavior, then I will not yield to fickle desires. This is a good word. Here's a couple good words here. When you have good reasons for my behavior, 好的理由, good reasons. If I have good reasons, meaning my 动机, my motivations are good, then I will not yield to my fickle desires. Now, desires are 欲望 or anything that you consider 狂热, okay, whatever it is, whatever passion you have, you will not yield to them, 你不会让给他们, because you have a good reason. Do right because it is right. 你要做对，就是要做对. Have a good reason. What does fickle mean? Fickle simply means 有高有低有变不要变变化. Fickle means changeable. Nothing is stable, 不稳定. Fickle desires. Desires are fickle. So you want to make your decisions based upon what? Based, 建立在这个好的思想，好的理由. In fact, you need to use logic and think it through. Well, I wish I could spend more time on this, but I think at the present time that this is all I can say. You can write to me. My email address is theoldprinciple@gmail.com, and my website is www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, it's been great to be with you, and I hope that you'll join us next time also. Bye-bye.